So, continuing with our discussion, yung next natin na isosolve is yung location ng ating neutral axis. So, we're going to make use here of trial and error na process para masolve yung neutral axis. So, first, isosolve muna natin yung location ng neutral axis gamit yung stress diagram. And we're going to consider yung tensile force sa ating tension bars, yung C sub C, yung compressive force ng ating compression block, tsaka yung CS prime natin. Ito yung force sa ating compression bars. So in short, mag-sum up lang tayo ng forces. So summing up our forces, so yung T, this is equivalent to C sub C plus yung CS prime natin. So in this case, mag-assume muna tayo na yung A natin will be greater than our D prime, for which yung 0.85 FC prime ay ibabawas natin sa ating Fs prime. Yung next din na ating i-assume is we're going to assume na yung compression state natin ay mag-yield. If that will be the case, yung Fs prime natin will be equivalent to Fy. So if we're going to substitute yung equation ng ating T, that is equivalent to As times Fy, di ba? Then doon naman sa compressive force ng ating compression block that is taken to be 0.85 Fc prime times our AB, for which yung A, instead of using the A here, we're going to make use of its equivalent na equation in terms of C na beta 1 times yung C. Next is yung CS prime natin. So yung ating CS prime that is taken to be Fs prime, di ba? AS prime times Fs prime minus 0.85 Fc prime. Since nag-assume tayo na yung compression steel natin ay mag-yield, therefore yung Fs prime natin will be equivalent to Fy. So ito yung gagamitin natin na equation para ma-solve natin yung ating C. Then i-check na lang natin if tama ba yung assumption natin or hindi. So yung AS natin, stated in the problem, that is equivalent to 3,436.117 times yung ating dito na tayo, Fy na 420 is equivalent to 0.85 times yung Fc prime na 28 times yung beta na 0.85 times yung C, yan yung unknown variable natin. So gawin na lang natin X times yung B na 300 plus yung AS prime. So yung AS prime natin is 1,472.6216 times yung Fy na 420 minus 0.85 times yung Fc prime natin na 28. So yung masasolve natin dito na value in terms of decimals is 141.657. After that, we're going to counter check if tama ba yung mga assumptions natin. So yung A natin, this is equivalent to our beta 1 na 0.85 times yung C natin na 141.657. So this is equivalent to 120.4085 millimeters. Then of course, yung D prime naman natin, again, if we're going to check yung ating D prime, yung D prime, this is the centroidal location ng ating compression bars papunta sa extreme fiber ng ating concrete sa compression na side. So that is taken to be 40 plus 10 plus 25 divided by 2. So 62.5. Yung D prime. Okay. So since yung A is greater than D prime, meaning tama yung assumption natin na magbabawas tayo ng 0.85 Fc prime sa ating Fs prime. After that, i-check naman natin yung strain ng ating compression bar. So this is taken to be equivalent to the strain ng ating concrete, yung upper limit na 0.003 times yung C natin na 141.657 minus yung D prime na 62.5 divided by yung C na 141.657. So this is equivalent to 0.00167638. And then if we're going to counter-check this sa yield strain na Fy na 420 divided by yung elastic modulus ng steel na 200,000 megapascal na 0.001, less siya. So meaning mali yung assumption natin. Yung nangyari kasi compression steel will not yield, meaning incorrect yung assumption. So therefore we have to resolve our C. So sa pag-resolve ng C natin, kung babalikan natin yung equation natin kanina, yung Fs prime natin will not be equivalent to Fy. Therefore, dapat yung gagamitin nating equation para sa ating Fs prime is yung in terms of C, yung 0.003 times C minus D prime all over C. So yun yung ginamit dito ngayon sa next na solution. Yan. Then we're going to resolve again our C. So going back, our AS, check muna natin ulit yung AS natin. That is equivalent to 3,436.117 times yung Fy na 420. So this is equivalent to 0.85 times Fc prime na 28 times A or beta 1 times C, 0.85 times C times B natin na 300 plus yung AS prime na 1,472 times yung 0.003 times 0.003 times C minus yung D prime na 62.5 divided by yung C natin times 200,000 minus 0.85 times Fc prime na 28. So shift solve. So yung masolve natin dito, we have two values. So yung i-adapt natin na value is of course yung positive na value na 156.2251. So if we're going to check again, so yung beta natin, para masolve natin yung A, beta 1 times C lang. So 0.85 times 156.2251 will have 132.7913. Ito na yung A. Then yung D prime natin is 62.5 pa rin. So meaning tama yung assumption natin na magbabawas tayo ng 0.85 Fc prime sa ating Fs prime. And then counter-check natin, isolve natin yung strain ng ating compression steel. So 0.003 times yung C na 156.2251 minus 62.5 na D prime divided by 156.2251. So 0.0017998. So this is less than the yield strain na 0.0021, meaning tama na yung assumption natin na yung compression steel will not yield. So if that will be the case, we're going to solve yung actual talaga or yung tamang value ng ating Fs prime. Since yung strain ng ating compression steel is less siya sa yield strain, so meaning we're going to make use of this equation here. So meaning mag-times na lang tayo dito ng 200,000. So yung makukuha nating value is 359.9617. Also, just a short reminder, if we're going to make use of the value ng strain para sa ating compression na bar, gagamit kayo ng at least 5 significant figures. So, huwag kayong gagamit ng 0.001A kasi lalaki yung error niyan. So, in short, yung gagamitin yung value is 0, 0, 1, 7, 9, 9, 8 para hindi masyadong lalaki yung error. So 0.0017998 times 200,000. So this is equivalent to 359.96. Para at least two significant figures or two decimals dito ay magiging tama. Okay? So after solving for the fs prime, so yung next natin na isa-solve dito is yung AS2. Itong AS2 na to. So to solve for that, meron tayong ano dito, equation. Mag-sum up lang tayo ng forces to be equivalent to 0. So ito yung diagram na gagamitin natin. P2 is equivalent to CS. So T2, this is equivalent to CS prime. So yung equation ng T sub 2 is AS2 times Fy. Then yung CS prime natin is equivalent to AS prime times Fs prime minus 0.85 Fc prime. So I'm going to solve here for the AS2. So AS2 times yung Fy natin na 420. And this is equivalent to AS prime, provided the compression area. Saan na ba yan? AS prime, ito, 1,472.6216. Okay, times yung Fs prime natin na 359.9617. Yan. Minus 0.85 times yung Fc prime natin na 28. So, masasolve natin na value dito is 1,178.6643. Ito na. Since meron na tayong AS2 na na-solve, so pwede na nating ma-solve ngayon yung ating AS1. Kasi 'di ba, yung AS natin, yung AS, this is equivalent to AS1 plus AS2. So as stated in the problem, 'di ba, meron na tayong AS. So yung AS is taken to be, saan na ba yan? Do not be confused pala ha. Take note, meron tayong AS1 dito tsaka AS2. Itong AS1 tsaka AS2 kasi dito na ginamit natin previously, ito yung steel area sa first na layer tsaka yung AS2 dito, ito yung sa second na layer. Don't be confused sa sinosolve natin na AS2 tsaka AS1, okay? Kasi yung sinosolve natin na AS2 tsaka AS1, ito yung mga steel area para masolve natin yung MN1 tsaka MN2. So don't be confused with the two. So yung total na steel area natin is 3,436.117. So this is equivalent to AS1, yan yung unknown, plus yung ating AS2 na 1,178.6643. So yung makuha natin dito na na steel area is 2,257.4526. So again, itong AS1 tsaka AS2 dito, ito yung gagamitin natin para ma-solve natin yung MN1 and MN2. Okay? Dito natin isa-substitute yung AS1 tsaka AS2 sa equation ng T1 tsaka T2. Then, solve din natin yung D natin. Di ba meron na tayong C sub S? Ito yung na-solve natin kanina sa Barignon's theorem. So, yung H natin, if I'm not mistaken, that is 500 minus CS na, ilan ba yan? Yung CS is 83.9286. So, we'll get 416.07. Okay, ito. So after that, Masasolve na natin ngayon yung strain ng ating tension, stream tension steel. So this is equivalent to 0.003 times yung D natin to 416.0714 minus yung C na nasolve natin previously, which is 156.2251 all over 156.2251. So we'll get a value of 0.00498984. So since yung strain na nasolve natin is in between the yield strain, di ba yung yield strain natin is ano yan eh, 0.0021 kanina. Tsaka 0.005, meaning nasa transition. We're going to make use of the equation ng strength reduction factor for transition. Ito yung gagamitin natin na equation para masolve yung strength reduction factor. So this is equivalent to 0.65 plus 0.25 times yung strain ng tension steel natin na 0.000498984 minus yung yield strain na 0.0021 all over 0.005 minus 0.0021. So yung masolve natin is 0.8991. So yung gagamitin natin sa reduction factor mamaya. Then checking for ductility, yung strain natin is greater pa rin sa 0.004, meaning ductile yung beam natin, okay? And then it is greater din sa yield strain na 0.0021, meaning tension steel yields. Tama yung assumption natin na yung Fs is equivalent to Fy sa lahat ng mga tension bars natin. So after nito, we're going to solve na for MN1 and MN2. So for solving for MN1, bali magsama lang tayo ng moment dito sa location ng ating C sub C. So therefore, yung MN1 natin will now be equivalent to T1 times yung moment arm natin na D minus A all over 2. So yung ginawa. Summation of moment sa ating centroid ng ating compression block to be equivalent to 0. MN1 is equivalent to T1 times D minus A all over 2. So yung D1 na AS1 natin kanina, that is equivalent to 2,257.4526 times yung D na 416.0714 minus A all over 2. So yung A natin is 132.7913 all over 2. Then i-divide na lang natin to sa times 10 to the power of 6 para ma-convert siya sa wait lang, 2,257. Ay, sorry, may kulang pa pala. Times Fy pa na 420. Yeah. So, yung value, yung unit kasi nito, no, ng value na to is naka Newton times millimeter siya. So, para ma-convert natin siya sa kilonewton times meter, we have to divide it by times 10 to the power of 6. Yeah. So, we have 331.5381. Ito na ngayon yung ating MN1. Next, para ma-solve naman natin yung MN2, mag-sum up lang tayong moment dito sa location ng ating CS prime. So therefore, yung MN2 natin will now be equivalent to T2 times yung moment arm natin na D minus D prime. So MN2 is equivalent to T2 times D minus D prime, and T2 is equivalent to AS2 times Fy times D minus D prime. So yung ating AS2 is equivalent to 1,178.6643 times yung Fy natin na 420 times yung D na 416.0714 minus yung D prime natin na 62.5. Then we're going to divide this by times 10 to the power of 6. So makuha nating Mn2 is equivalent to 175.0316 or 17. So after that, since meron na tayong Mn1 tsaka Mn2, i-add na lang natin to para ma-solve natin yung total na nominal moment. So Mn is equivalent to Mn1 plus Mn2. So yung Mn1 natin is 331.5381 plus yung Mn2 na 175.0317 will get a value of 506.5698. So to solve for our capacity, design strength capacity for flexure, so yung phi natin na 0.8991, we're going to multiply this sa ating nominal moment na 506.5698. So masasolve natin ngayon na capacity is 455.4693. And then if we're going to compare this doon sa factored moment natin or demand, the 400 kilonewton meter, since greater yung capacity kaysa sa demand, therefore, okay, safe yung ating design. So that ends our discussion for the investigation of doubly reinforced concrete. So from design, na-solve nyo yung required na steel area sa tension bars or compression bars. Then calculate yung number of bars. So kung hindi na-satisfy yung mga spacing requirements, mag-double layer kayo sa tension bars. Then after that, mag-drawing kayo ng cross-section for which na-detail na ninyo yung mga steel reinforcement. After ninyo ma-detail yung cross-section ninyo tsaka yung rebar detailing, you have to investigate. You have to solve pa rin the strength capacity para ma-counter-check if safe ba or hindi yung na-design ninyo na beam. So that ends our discussion for the design and investigation of doubly reinforced concrete beam.